So beyond 5G, Adrian, what else is happening that's interesting in the mobile market?
Well, we're still seeing significant investment in 4G networks, so we're seeing a great deal of improvement in coverage. We're hearing far fewer complaints from our customers about coverage, and really this is leading to what we describe as a vanillarization of the networks. It's very hard to differentiate between them, and that's potentially leading into conversations around how they differentiate and potentially price decreases.
And are we seeing Wi-Fi calling now as a standard, and is Wi-Fi calling resolving problems of in-building coverage?
So Wi-Fi calling, yes, it is a standard. There are some limitations. There are some compatibility issues with short dial MOBEX type solutions, so may not be applicable for every organisation. But certainly, yes, a standard from all the networks. In terms of whether it can replace in-building coverage, it's a very interesting question, John. I think there are a few things you need to consider. One is whether you want to rely on your WAN network solely for communications. So some organisations like the resilience of having mobile coverage. And two is whether your Wi-Fi is robust enough. Can it take the load of hundreds of users making calls over it?
So Adrian, you mentioned pricing and differentiation by suppliers. What are we seeing going on in the market at the moment in terms of pricing?
Well, the market remains very, very competitive. We're still seeing large reductions on renewals, on procurements. In particular, we're seeing a simplification of tariffs. So tariffs are becoming much cleaner, much more easy to operate for the organisation buying. So that's a significant improvement. The other concerns that we have are device costs. So device costs are considerably greater than they were, say, 5 years ago when BlackBerries were the norm, and that's a consideration for many organisations.
So what about rest of the world roaming, Adrian? I know that's a big cost element for a lot of organisations with their mobile services.
Definitely. It's an area you need to be careful with, particularly outside of Europe, and particularly when you go to some very exotic destinations. So some of the tariffs that we come across treat those countries very poorly, and there is considerable risk of bill shock. So absolutely something to keep an eye on. There are different methodologies of handling that, but it's really a case-by-case basis.